What's up, collective? Welcome back to the channel. Let's get into another reading. There's new readings on the channel. As usual, you may not see them in your feed. Just check out the channel or the community tab, and they are right there for you to watch. Okay. Something strange I've been noticing in my energy is these. I'll call them creeps. Okay, these are adults that have been trying to either use an underage person in my family to come against me in my energy and try to attack me spiritually. Okay? And some of them are masking up as the underage person. And I even heard one of them say, right before I turned on the camera, they said the child's name and attacked her because I was using my rose water. So, whatever these things are is out of control, and they're too comfortable stalking spiritually, and they're too comfortable using our family to attack us spiritually. And they need to be put in their place. And that's why we should be praying every day and just really cracking down on this as a collective energy, because if you're going through this, I feel like they're not going to stop until they're called out for it. So if you can call them out, I think it's a good thing to do that, because they're too comfortable and they think that. So I think some of them think that the collective is too scared to call them out, but the collective is not scared. It's not scared. Let's get into this reading and see what's going on in the energy. So there is an Aquarius, Pisces, air fire sign that keep going back and forth. They keep trying something one more time. This person needs to get a life. This person could be stalking you spiritually through your pets, through your neighbors, and they could be sending earworms. They could be spying. They could be just sitting on things in your home with spirits and all kinds of nonsense, listening to you, stalking you, trying to bind, and all this stupidness here. This Pisces energy keeps returning. They're scared of some kind of loss. Okay, it's like they leave. They have to deal with judgment. They have to deal with the things that they've done. They have to look these things in the face, and then they come back like a coward, and they keep harassing. They're stalking somebody who has a new beginning. Okay, and they're trying to cause suffering for somebody who has a new beginning. Okay, somebody could be trying to just be private and out of the public eye. They could have an Ace of Cups energy, or an opportunity, or an experience, something, a new feelings for something. And some psychopath is trying to cause a car accident, okay, that probably happened to them, or they feel like it's going to happen to them or something, which is why they're trying to cause it for somebody else. There's also an Aries energy that's out of control. In reverse, this energy is a tyrant. They're a psychopath, and they lack discipline. Now, this could be one person in many forms, or it could be different people. This is a general reading for all signs. All different messages are going to come out during this reading, in the beginning, middle, or end of the reading. You may not resonate with one part of the reading, but you may with something else throughout the end or the middle of the reading. There's also over 2,000 readings on the channel that are timeless and general readings. You can resonate with something from last year, and it could be relevant for you now, okay? So definitely keep that in mind. Let's get a different deck. Let's see why this person keeps coming back in the energy of harassing. Somebody could have lost an RV. Okay, could have lost an RV. Somebody could be struggling with their discipline. Okay, yeah. Someone is not suffering and in a Nine of Swords energy, could be Gemini energy. Somebody is, maybe they were upset or sad about something, but they're not. Or they were never upset, they're just not upset. Okay? Somebody could have money, they have their own money. Okay, but something could have happened to someone's family. Okay, so somebody can take care of themselves and they're happy, but somebody could have been sad over the loss of a family, and a Pisces, Aries could have something to do with it, or an air fire sign, or a Cancer, Aquarius, okay? Any of these signs could have had something to do with the loss of somebody's family. And it's very possible, what's this, Hangman. Okay, so there could have been some sort of offer up that took place, and the collective was like, I'm not tolerating this, okay? Because maybe this aggressive, stubborn, controlling energy tried to come at you. Okay, they said, well, we can get the collective's family, but the collective said, you can't touch me. She punched his Hangman in the face, or he punched the Hangman in the face. Like, you're not coming over here. This is not the place for that. Because some of these energies, they feel powerful that they hurt your family. But one thing you might understand is that some of these family members, some of them, not all of them, betrayed you. They betrayed you. Okay? Something could have happened to your elder. Maybe they didn't betray you, maybe they did. Okay, somebody did something for public reward to an elder. Okay, maybe somebody who's released the devil. Maybe someone looks like this. This person could be relevant in this reading. And they could have reversed somebody at the supermarket. Maybe for jewelry or some sort of image. Okay, and again, RV in reverse is out. Okay, so somebody could have had an RV and someone said, I want that RV. I don't have an RV. I'm going to take it. So this is possible too. Somebody could be under judgment for that. Okay. Someone couldn't fill their contract. They couldn't fulfill their contract with the devil. Okay, because they needed to contact someone spiritually here. But maybe there was an issue. Okay, they could have contacted a gay couple spiritually to fulfill some sort of contract with the devil. They could have reversed a parent and their child, or one or the other, and maybe they did this on the road. So somebody who travels and does this, or maybe somebody is just traveling. Maybe this couple was traveling, or someone is just on the road. Could be significant. Okay, someone could be at home, getting flies sent to their house by these nosy people. Spiders even. Okay, I've talked about this a lot on my channel. Something is going on in the classroom maybe with spiders. Maybe somebody started schooling at home because something was going on in the actual school. I mean, this classroom looks empty, so it's possible that someone on the road could have been targeting students, okay? And somebody uses spiders, maybe on this parent and this child. Someone is restless. They could have lost unborn children with some kind of spiders, or brainwashing with the spiders, spiritual harassment with the spiders. It's just the webs and everything is terrible. I've experienced it. So someone's doing witchcraft to stay out of jail. That's what they're doing here. And maybe they've reversed, someone in their room, or 2 children or more, to stay out of jail. Someone is doing witchcraft and it could be hurting someone. They're stalking people's pets. Okay, they're trying to bribe people to be quiet so they can be happy. This could be something they do. Okay, maybe to same-sex couples. This person maybe targets same-sex couples and maybe mothers with unborn children, is what I see here. Whatever this group is, you don't talk to this group on the phone, or these couples don't talk to this group on the phone, but we do have a basketball player in reverse. There's no phone contact, but there's some money exchange, and then a couple in reverse. And we have someone here who's singing. Someone could be in reverse who was working on their computer at home, maybe a work at home mom, okay, is in reverse, and maybe you were looking at someone, you were questioning them, but you're not anymore. Maybe you're happy, like maybe you thought it was somebody that you were with that was doing this, but it's not. It could be somebody with water placements in reverse. A drowning could be significant. Something could have happened at a restaurant. With someone who's not you're not speaking with right now. This could also be relevant. Alright. And maybe you could be going to court about something that's happening at a salon or a place where you get a service done. Sending these damn flies in here. Okay, let's see what needs to come out. Okay, money. Right? Let's see what's going on with this. Somebody owes somebody something. They're being careless and arrogant. They could owe you money. Somebody could have stolen some sort of inheritance. This is usually the case when somebody passes away. They could have stolen some inheritance. See what's happening with money and these what looks like criminals in the background. A scientist could be significant. Okay. Get your car checked out. Somebody wanted to get their car checked out. I just saw a 911. Okay. I just saw CPR. Give me another chance to make it right a few times a week. Something could be going on. Boston could be significant. Okay, maybe a Pisces placement has something to do with Boston, or this could be a name or a place or name that starts with B. Somebody got positive test results. An athlete is in reverse. We just say basketball player in reverse. Okay, somebody's family's in reverse. They need money. Somebody's ascending though, okay? Taurus in reverse could be significant. Okay, these experiments are in reverse. A mother could be significant. A school could be significant. Mints could be significant. Maybe when somebody's eating mint, something happened. This is possible. There's somebody in the energy that could be passing away soon. And they're having a hard time controlling themselves. They could be right around you, this person. They need some help controlling themselves. Somebody could have lost a family member or a few family members from positive test results, maybe some type of disease. Somebody's family could be Hispanic. It doesn't have to be. And somebody was experimenting here, maybe a scientist on a family. Somebody could have asked to loan money from someone. Let's get into this. Let's see what's going on. Okay, so there's a Cancer here that didn't love themselves. They weren't very confident, or they weren't healing themselves. Something was happening with this person, and they could not. They couldn't be extravagant. Okay. They could have lost their car. They were avoiding some sort of natural disaster. I see Scorpio here in Cancer. Okay, they didn't want to become homeless. They wanted good news here. They couldn't calm down about something. They were restless. Taurus, Gemini, Leo could be significant. Somebody is very stubborn and doesn't listen, but they want good news. And they want to be calm, but they have a listening problem. It says there's a mother here that was ascending. So this person who doesn't look like they're ascending could be masking someone who was ascending to cover up what they did to this person. What's happening with the mother that was ascending? Okay, some kind of spell work backfired. They weren't ready for the spell work that backfired, and it caused some kind of lack of perseverance here. They were wearing a mask around a child, or in a child's imagination, or in a person's imagination. Okay, they wouldn't stop doing something. I think that someone is trying to look innocent when they're not. They're not. Gemini, Virgo, Pisces, Sagittarius can be significant, or Leo. This person didn't have prayer or libation. They did not have hope. Okay, and they were stressed out. Libra, Capricorn could be significant. Libra, Capricorn. Okay, they didn't have any ideas. Nobody wanted to work with this person. They couldn't, maybe because of the masks. Okay, somebody could see through the masks, and maybe they couldn't find anybody to work with, and they're out of ideas. They're out of ideas at this point. So something happened to this person, and that's what they're covering up here, this loss. Cancer could be significant. Ancestor is here though, and everything seems to be calm and peaceful. But something was a nightmare when it happened. It was very dark because there was a lot of disturbance. And a couple end up maybe losing their life, or a family. They could not reach their goals. Again, something backfired on this couple. They did something. What did they do? I know they maybe did some spell work. They protested against something. They brought attention to something. And they lost their home. So some kind of spell backfired in that way. But they were trying to get justice, and they weren't alone. So, but even though they weren't alone, they couldn't schedule or plan something to get something solid, and they lost their home. Some kind of retaliation, and they gave up. They stopped having hope. How did they lose their home? Somebody got sick, maybe, and this person became binded because of an illness. Leo cancer could be significant. Okay, they needed a strategy to stay out of jail. So this person committed some kind of crime that maybe was spell work, and they didn't know. There's evidence. There's memory of something. And that's why they can't offer anybody up, because somebody remembers what happened. And somebody could also be predicting something. Again, we have Libra, Capricorn, Aquarius. And Virgo could be significant. Someone is saying they're not guilty. Somebody is saying they're not guilty. A Leo could be saying they're not guilty, or they won't confess to something. Okay, because they want money. They want somebody's savings. And Aries is money, maybe. Their fate is in reverse. And they want somebody who has talent and gifts. They want this professional's money, so they're not going to confess to something and tell the truth. Give me more on this apology card in reverse. This person's fortune telling is not working. Okay? They want a new beginning, but they can't trap one. They can't bribe somebody to do something. Okay? They need to live and learn and create other things. Somebody around this person could be doing that, and they're trying to sacrifice them. Okay, they're blind. They don't see that they can be creative and live and learn. They're hesitant on doing that. But they can't indulge or rob anybody or make anybody compromise. So this person's stuck between a rock and a hard place. Alright, they want somebody to loan them money. They need a loan. Why is this 10 of Cups in reverse? Let's see. 10 of Cups in reverse. Okay, somebody loved themselves. Okay, Cancer is significant. Somebody was loving themselves, and the athlete is in reverse. This could be a family member. Somebody wouldn't stop doing something, and they didn't trust this person. They just wanted to be independent and just focus on himself. Gemini, Leo could be significant. They didn't want to have loss. They were living and learning. But somebody was trying to bribe them and convince them to do something. They just sacrificed their marriage, okay? Because they couldn't get paid. So somebody said, sacrifice your marriage, and maybe I'll help you. And help me not be sick. Sacrifice your marriage. And that overwhelmed this person. Okay, because they weren't able to bring attention to something. Once they did that, they could have sacrificed their marriage blindly. They could have done this blindly. Virgo, Gemini could be significant. Leo. Aries could be significant. Again, somebody is scared because their fate is in reverse. But something is not a coincidence. There's someone here who is an expert at something, and they could be scared. Why is this person scared? You don't have Leo, Capricorn, and Libra. Because something is, oh man. They could know because their fate is in reverse, they could know that someone is planning or trying to schedule some sort of sacrifice so that they could persevere. They could be scared of this happening to them. Again, we have Aries, Virgo, and Cancer. They could be disturbing someone who listens and won't compromise with them. Again, Taurus, Gemini could be significant. Sag or Pisces. Someone's friends are in reverse, and there's proof of this. Again, we have Virgo, Capricorn, and Libra. Somebody could have robbed their friends and caused a disaster for their inheritance with the Ten of Cups in reverse. Right, they wanted a car or some sort of worth, but it made them a puppet. They had to sacrifice their independence and freedom for material wealth. And it stressed them out. It stressed them out. Let's see what the others say. Somebody needed money. Midwest in reverse, karmic shield. An electrician in reverse of a job that starts with E. Sue could be significant. Alright. Somebody's mother could be in reverse as well, and they're hiding it. Trying to. Alright, 26 or 62 could be significant. The letter S could be significant. And we have 186 and 187. Okay, Gemini could be significant or Cancer. Something was sacred and it was sacrificed. Somebody needed to sacrifice something sacred and it was sad. Caused sadness. Someone was safe or felt safe, and they went for a sail or they went somewhere far. Someone could have been considered a saint, some would say. A salad could be significant. Somebody could have been eating a salad. Someone was watching your salary and they could have been selling something. A sale could be significant. Saliva, salt, salty, salvage, salvation. Something is the same. Something is the same at a school, in a science class, maybe a science teacher, a scientist came out. Something is a scrape. Somebody could have gotten a scrape on their skin and they were screaming. Something could have happened to this person more serious than a scrape. Maybe something further happened when the person got scraped. Some sort of witchcraft or something. I see a sanitary napkin here. Sandwich, sandals, sand, and sample. Somebody saw something and tried to save them, but something was too savage. What was happening was too savage. A sausage could be significant. A sauna. A saucepan. Somebody scanned something on a scale. Scandinavia could be significant. Some kind of scar or scrape is significant in some sort of mystery here. Some sort of mystery. A scar or a scrape. Let's get this deck. I haven't done this deck out in a long time. 29 or 92 could be significant. We have 20, 39, and 22. An Aquarius in reverse, a Sag, Pisces in reverse could be significant, the Aries in the upright. The book, okay? The book presages the discovery of a mystery affecting the person for the the better. In a degree governed by the distance. The letter J could be significant. So something is going on that's mysterious, and somebody could be slowly discovering unraveling something. The heart is in reverse here. The heart signifies great joy when near. Somebody wasn't feeling happy when someone was near them. Virgo could be significant as well, or Cancer. The lilies forecast a happy life, but family sorrow when surrounded by clouds. Lying above the person signifies virtuous life, but when under indicates immorality. So something bad happened, some kind of loss took place. Something could have been going on with someone's heart. Something could have been going on with their heart. Something could be in a book that somebody had and owned. A photo album could be significant. Someone wasn't getting packages, or like they were stealing their packages. This has happened to me before. I'm sure it happened to you too, Collective. Okay, somebody is looking for a baby here. Somebody who could be having heart problems, or they're not having joy. They were looking for a baby. They're trying to discover a newborn. There's a happy couple here as well that could be not getting packages, okay, and looking for somewhere to go. It could be avoiding somebody who's in jail, or somebody in jail could be in reverse. And somebody got an RV, so somebody could have offered up someone in jail and got an RV, and they didn't have to pray for it because of some sort of sacrifice that they made, and they were ready to travel. That's what it says here, ready to travel. Okay, to court. I have a feeling this person didn't expect this, right? So they had to make another sacrifice. Hangman. Okay? They had to make someone lose their home. Because they don't pray this person. Okay, now they're peaceful. Okay, they have to steal. Alright, something's going on in a restaurant. Maybe they had to empty a restaurant and make sure they couldn't fight back. Another sacrifice. Someone wasn't talking to this person, whoever this is, you weren't talking to them. It could have had something to do with the death of an elder in your life. Okay, somebody's witchcraft is backfiring on them because of what they did to this elder, and maybe their friends are in reverse now. They're trying to pay somebody to be quiet, but maybe they're not going to do that. Maybe they're not here. Why is this basketball player in reverse? They couldn't fight something. Okay. They did something to these babies, these unborn children, and maybe they went to jail. One of these friends went to jail, something happened to them, or they were on the road and something happened. This person could represent different people. It has something to do with the devil. Or someone on a motorcycle. Or someone waiting at the airport. Okay, because they can't travel. Somebody had to be in reverse. somebody is not put away for reversing this couple. Okay, the same-sex couple, or it doesn't have to be a same-sex couple. It could be, but there could be somebody talking about this couple, but there's no justice yet. Okay, for their family. Something was going on in the bathroom. Again, with the waste and stalking with the water, the mirrors, and the spiders right here. A water sign in reverse, maybe Pisces. Capricorn could be significant. This is an earth sign. This person couldn't move even though they were doing this witchcraft thing. It wasn't working, okay? It's possible they didn't get to their birthday. And then this couple was able to move when this person wasn't here anymore. Or when they went to jail. There's some sort of mystery. Okay, now another couple's in reverse. Even though this couple can move. Okay. They're moving faster. A football player could be significant. Somebody who owns a store. This could be the couple here. Or they make clothing, or they have clothing. This could be the couple. Okay, now they're in reverse. So something is going on with the targeting of, couples that are moving, or that just moved, or are meeting up, or live together. Something happened in the hospital. Maybe the man in this relationship is in reverse, but the person that didn't get any public reward. Maybe they lost their relationship, and some sort of justice is going to be served about what happened in this hospital. Or 73 to be significant. Hone in, phone in. Somebody could be asking someone to phone in. A cousin could be significant. A cousin could have asked someone to call them or phone in. Or something to do with the phone. Someone in jail. His cousin. Somebody's cousin. Jennifer could be significant. Or Jenny, Hugo. Something is off. Coins could be significant. Coins. Ziploc could be significant. Somebody was keeping coins in a Ziploc bag. Somebody had enough of something. Zoe could be significant. Henry. Honey is here. A few. 29 or 92 could be significant. Fuzzy. Something is fuzzy. Something is finished. Jeff is here, or Jeffrey. June could be significant. Jun. Fun is here, funny. Ho is here. MH could be significant. Joy could be significant. A nun. Something could have happened to a nun. This has come out before as well. Hafsa. Koi. Jock. Josie. Nick. Chin. Somebody's uncle could be significant, and EO could be significant. Somebody is fine, or somebody was fined here. Heine. Jif is here. Zen. Cuff. Handcuffs. Enough handcuffs. Choose. Somebody wants someone to choose. Cuff. Connie. Joseph. CEO is here. Somebody's not a thief here. There's someone who's not a thief. They're not stealing anything. But they're also not going on a journey to this mature woman. We have Gemini, October, which is Libra, and Capricorn. Gemini is significant. Okay, we have Taurus. Cancer. Somebody is thinking about someone. Maybe the collective is thinking about someone, or this could be someone in your life. Okay, some sort of message. Somebody's thinking about a message. Okay, they're close by someone. This main male can have Capricorn and Virgo. Somebody doesn't want to go to court. Or doesn't have to. This keeps coming out. Why is courthouse this? This community in reverse doesn't want to have to go to trial, but with the adjudication card here they are, and the judge already knows that they're guilty. Now, this is not like to say that the judge is going to do any particular, make any particular decision. I'm reading cards here, but it looks like the judge knows something is nonsense here, and that's why they don't want to go to court, because they know that they have to pay up some kind of sudden wealth, especially concerning somebody's work and what they do for a living. CUNY could be significant. Again, there's no journey and there's no change. So somebody's not relocating, but something is going on with a high honor person. What's happening to this high honor person? You have Cancer, Virgo, Scorpio, Pisces, Sag, and Pisces could be significant. Okay, this family member could be in reverse, but now they're not. They were in reverse and now they're not in reverse. So, but nothing has changed for this person. Nothing has changed for them. I feel like this is someone. Why hasn't anything changed for this person? Why are they? Somebody just, again, is a robata. No one's concerned. There's a lack of concern. Gemini, Libra, Capricorn, and Pisces again. They shouldn't expect some unexpected income without another sacrifice. So it's not this person was sacrificed and came back. But what I see here is that maybe they may not seem like their family. Whoever this is, they may not seem like their family. Maybe they do. But it looks like whatever these groups have to do, they have to always offer up in order to get money. And there's a privileged lady or man in reverse. Okay, they don't worship the devil and they have something to respect because they're not false, they're not in poverty. Okay, some kind of divorce or separation could be significant, and somebody would get great money for it. Child support. I feel like there's a man here who had money, but once he pays out for this divorce and the children, he may not be so wealthy anymore. He may have to build it back up again because this main female here is gonna be an Aquarius or a Virgo, an Aries, Pisces, Leo is going to. They have this person that's not official. Maybe working behind the scenes, and they could be having intercourse with them. Okay, but nobody's concerned. Again, there's a couple that's over, and there's somebody not in despair, like somebody doesn't care. Okay, because they're not going to jail. Somebody's in bad health though, and someone could be struggling with a pathway to a home. They could be struggling on how to get to this home here. A new home. Why is this person struggling on getting a new home or getting a pathway to a new home? There's this false person that's trying to sacrifice someone's home. We have Libra, Capricorn, and Leo. They're trying to sacrifice somebody's home. somebody has expectations. Okay, someone who's not in despair. This could be an ex or somebody that you're not in a relationship that needs to go to court. Okay, there's a main male. There's a woman that works. Man could work too. And they have a great fortune coming. They're not going to be in poverty, or they're not in poverty. And no one is concerned about their wealth. Like, somebody is not stalking their wealth, stalking their money. I don't see that happening, but there is somebody who's false, who needs to sacrifice something they have. Maybe they're home, but they're not sacrificing their money. Either way, it's a form of theft. Again, this person could be unhappy because some sort of marriage that failed, and they're losing their wealth. Again, there's somebody that really wants to message someone, and this group here, or this couple, could be getting a great fortune. Notice message and thoughts. Cancer, Leo, Capricorn, and Cancer. Strong Cancer placements. The grocery store. Okay. Someone is not curious about a grocery store or a doctor visit. About something else. They're not thinking about a doctor visit or a grocery store. They're thinking about something else. Old friends catching up. You're the only one I trust. 24 hours. 30. Somebody's not stalking every word. FaceTime me now. Could be significant. Hotel could be significant. A hotel employee. Like, read Bible when their verse is out. Somebody could be lying about their health. This person who doesn't like the Bible or doesn't read it, this could be a different person. They could have done something to a hotel employee. This comes out sometimes. Alright, what's going on with this main male and this job, or this person with the job? And the great fortune. These things are sick and crazy. They need to be stopped. Somebody's saying, call me about some sort of money or a job. John could be significant. Somebody's love is eternal here. Demo could be significant. Okay. Fighting a losing battle. There's somebody who could be bothering this energy, maybe this Bible in the first person, that's trying to demo this relationship, that they're fighting a losing battle. Sun. Somebody could have Leo placements. Watch your back. Okay, somebody doesn't have high income. They enjoy some sort of attention that they're getting. They're bothering you. They don't have wisdom and knowledge for some people. They're bothering you. Okay, they're doing something on the dark web. Okay, they're going on the dark web telling people they're special to them. It's Leo in reverse. So we have a Leo in the upright and a Leo in reverse. Someone could have had sex with your relatives in the spiritual realm or the physical realm. Somebody works at home. trying to steal your shit. This person is in reverse. They don't want you to have a baby. This person is in reverse. There's someone addicted to your love. Okay, 6 figures in reverse. Somebody doesn't make that anymore. All blockages are removed on some sort of destiny. Okay, somebody is calling the police. A Scorpio or an Aquarius could be significant. Somebody wants to call the police. Somebody needs to shut up. Like maybe somebody is doing something around you and it's too loud or something, and they try to unalive you, so you call the police. Okay, somebody's not in a fraternity or they were. I was never happy with them. In reverse, somebody was happy with someone. They're not telling some secrets. They're not telling you secrets. Vietnam in reverse. Somebody could be Vietnamese, but they're in reverse. San Francisco could be significant. Something is not under the bed, or it is and they're lying. You have everything you need, someone. Their money wasn't seized. This could be a different person in a short building. Someone could be lying about what's under the bed. Somebody is guilty. Juice could be significant. Columbia office starts with C to be relevant. Somebody keeps trying to steal your shit. Okay, they're saying give me another chance. A Buick could be significant. Something is under their bed like I thought. Aquarius or Scorpio could be significant. A silver vehicle could be significant. Somebody's not catching up with them. These old friends are not catching up. In 24 hours, they're not catching up. Okay, it sounds like somebody is doing something. They're stealing. Okay, they don't want someone to have a baby. Someone could be 30. A security guard could be significant. Somebody can't call them. The security guard couldn't call 911. Okay, they were having relations with somebody. A sibling is watching you online and they need help. Somebody needs help. They couldn't call 911, so somebody was having intercourse. Maybe a security guard was having some sort of spiritual intercourse in their vehicle, and they needed something to happen. San Francisco or places out with C, S, or F could be significant. Pack your bags. Okay, somebody got bribed to do something. Maybe a sibling, or something was going on when this person was in some sort of relation with someone, possibly in their car or in their home or wherever. I'm picking up somebody who was in their car. They couldn't call 911. Why couldn't they call 911? They had low income. Okay, maybe they're in a low income area, and maybe there's something going on with Leo or a child. Something was going on with a child. Okay, somebody's satanic powers are in reverse. A patient could be significant. They could be a patient of, okay, you're the only one I trust. They could have went to the hospital. Wash your back. They need to wash your back. The gay father is in reverse. They FaceTime somebody and maybe some kind of sex happened. Okay. They weren't lying about their health, this patient. Okay, they do need the Bible. They like the Bible. Somebody could work at home. They were happy with this person, but even though they didn't have a lot of money, they still call them. A short building. Okay? They're not stalking, they love you, somebody. They're saving their money. They enjoy your attention. All blockers are you. This Leo in reverse. Okay, is fighting a losing battle. They want somebody's opportunities. They can't go to a grocery store and they're not safe. So it looks like there's somebody struggling and they're trying to sacrifice people, but it's not working. It's going to backfire on them. Okay? They're not telling some secrets or something that they need to share. That's why maybe their money is seized. Jones could be significant. Gen Z could be significant. Gen Z. Uno could be significant, which is 1. Capricorn could be significant. Cinco is here, which is 5. Taurus could be significant. New Jersey could be significant. Finch, which is a bird. This came out the other day. Somebody can have finch, or it could be significant in their life. Joe could be significant. An incorporation could be significant. Cocaine could be significant. Somebody's a felon. They commit a felony. What is going on with this felon? Punished. Okay, it's possible they're trying to reverse an arrest. They don't want an arrest to happen, but in reverse, this card means they're being punished and they're being trialed and punished and they're guilty. So the picture is not in reverse, it's just the justice in reverse means what it means in the upright, what it looks like. Okay, this fire sign in reverse, this fire air is making very bad decisions when it comes to getting serving justice. New more is 2 of Swords. What are we doing? Newness, Nunu, Nene, CC could be significant. CJ. Spiritual whore. Somebody's aware of this spiritual whore. So we have Cancer and Earth is aware that somebody's making bad decisions when it comes to sex. And the spirit and ancestors are here. Ancestors are here. We have Pisces, could be significant. Okay, there's somebody really seriously looking into something here. Something's going on with this Meanwhile, this world card in reverse, this person, they don't want something to end. They can't deal with some sort of completion. They can't travel somewhere. Okay, they're a part of this group with the Hierophant in reverse. And they could be bothering an air sign as well. That's just maybe talkative. They could be a little bit aggressive. They're curious about something, like this person here. What's going on with this King of Pentacles? This person is wealthy. They're doing the right things for their money. Okay, they could have suffered some sort of Ten of Swords moment. And this person, this Libra, made a bad decision. Somebody with Libra placements or a Gemini placements made a very bad decision, and it cost them. You know, something with the devil here, some kind of spirit or energy or toxic attachment. They attached to this person. Okay, and they lost their Wheel of Fortune, so they might not be a King of Pentacles in the upright, or they weren't. Okay. They could have done something to a Cancer, High Priestess energy. Maybe they were King of Pentacles now, but they weren't. They had to go through something. They recovered. Okay, confirmation. The Capricorn, Aquarius, Taurus is recovering from some sort of attachment that's not good. Okay. We have an Aquarius in reverse that could be getting some sort of backfire and going to jail. The Four of Swords, they're going to put to rest, or they were. Or someone can be under arrest here. Another Aquarius has a new beginning. Capricorn Aquarius is moving forward. It could be somebody who's just trying to hold on to you because they're pulling cards on you and stalking. Hines is here. Hines. This person could be going to jail for something that lost control, maybe a car. Right over the Four Swords. This person could have passed away in a car accident or caused it for somebody else. You have this Virgo Libra that is trying to get close to this person as well. Like this person is fighting over them. Like these energies are fighting over these other energies. And they're looking upright, but they're not. They just don't have protection. They can't handle any more challenges, so they keep trying to bind to this strong energy. They're all just trying one after another to sacrifice them. Okay, maybe a Taurus in the upright, a Hermit in the upright, they're trying to do this to you. Scorpio Sag in reverse is involved as well. They're very responsible for doing something. And the Five of Swords. I'm gonna tell you, this energy is gonna stop at nothing. They're gonna burn themselves out and complete themselves. What's gonna happen if they continue this? They're being investigated. Okay, death. I come with that. Anybody who's in the Five of Swords energy, you don't have to be Aquarius, but if you're in this energy, I feel very confident in any of this around the corner. Because this is no holes. One honey. Someone is trying to force themselves into a relationship. 109 or 901 could be significant. Or 91 or 19. Ancestors are on deck and checking it out, making sure everything's okay. That car accident at the top here. A major crisis, a shadow puppet. I'm going to put one more deck and then I'm going to close this video collective. Thank you. If you're still watching, kindly like and subscribe. And follow the channel. Thank you so much. Okay, somebody's having a date with a soulmate twin soon, and there's some sort of experiments that keep going on. Okay, somebody's not turned on by this, these experiments. These shadow puppets are doing some sort of experiment. Okay, somebody's not envious of your talent, right? Kinky hair in reverse. Somebody doesn't have kinky hair. I love you and him, her. This could be the experiments. A crooked judge could be involved. There could be some kind of crooked judge that wants to involve themselves in a relationship. And you're seeing how they could do it. Somebody could be a Taurus. Someone's not after your money. Okay. You might want someone to leave you alone, but they are after your money is what I'm picking up here. And they want to have some kind of open relationship because you're having a date with a soulmate or twin flame. The shadow puppet is trying to get involved. Okay, they're worried about some sort of fingerprints, having positive results, about a place in Boston or a name. Some sort of fingerprints could be significant. Okay, 10 of Cups in reverse. Again, a family in reverse. A name or a place or a name or a place that starts with B. A Taurus in reverse did something here, and a Leo in reverse did something to this energy, or a name that starts with B if it's not Boston. Okay, New York City, somebody from New York City is in reverse. Okay, they wanted you to come around so they can unalive you, maybe they did. An athlete could be in reverse back out. Has never forgot about you. Somebody forgot about this person. Maybe they did something in a black car with dark windows. A big father could be significant. Someone isn't fighting a losing battle. Something could be happening at the grocery store. You may need to go to the courthouse about it. Something did happen at the grocery store. Midwest in reverse because of a doctor visit in August. Again, Leo could be significant. Somebody called 911, but he didn't. Noisy. There could be a Scorpio or an Aquarius lying about their health. They could work at home, and they were never happy with someone. It was just money and emergencies. So it wasn't a good relationship here. Scientist in reverse. Energy harvest in reverse. This person cannot experiment on you or energy harvest. Access denied. Okay, they keep trying. Somebody keeps trying. They want some telepathic WAP or D. They want to upset, basically. Okay, this is not a divine feminine, divine masculine. They just want rumors or something. They could be lying about that. They're really crazy. King or queen in reverse. QRSTUV. Could be significant. An electrician or a job that starts with E. Leave your toothbrush at my place. There could be some sort of new relationship here. The letter Z could be significant. C. Watch your back. Somebody's energy harvesting underage persons and athletes. Somebody's watching you leave your house. That's why they're going to get demoed. Okay. Somebody can need a mental vacation and bought a car online. An artist. So they want to do this. They're ascending. Somebody's coughing and sneezing. This person is not traveling towards you. Maybe they were. Okay, they could be in a fraternity. Maybe. You have everything you need in school. Okay, some sort of contract with the devil. Somebody could be trying to sacrifice somebody's education. Last couple of words here. Choice. Choice could be significant, or Joyce. Cheesy or cheese. Jesus could be significant. Frenzy. A FICO score could be significant. Somebody's huffing and puffing. They're out of breath. Jews could be significant. Jews. Julie. Somebody could be trying to project for something to happen to you when you go outside. You just have to return this back to sender. Some crazy person is trying to project something to happen to you in a store. Just return to sender. These are psychopaths. It's probably a psychopath fire sign that can't stop worrying about something happening to them, and they're just projecting their negativity onto other people that have nothing to do with them. A helicopter could be significant. Juno. Somebody's cousin could be saying hi. You have a Libra, a Taurus placement, and a Scorpio placement. That could be projecting for something to happen to someone in a store. An ending that's happening to them. Okay, because the collective is good. Taurus, Gemini, the upright, air fire, and the upright. You have Scorpio, somebody meeting together, somebody coming together, and it's fated in destiny for this person. It's like you have a destiny and somebody wants to take you out for it. Cone or cones could be significant. It's like you have something coming for you. Somebody wants you to pass away because of that. Because they can't take it from you. So they want something to happen to you because they're a psychopath. That's why they're going to jail. Okay, these things, they're restless about going to jail and being under arrest. You have all the bars here. Okay, they keep trying over and over again, but the truth is out about deaths. Put an S on it, and what they're doing with these death spirits, and what they're doing to people's decision making is stuck towards Aries. Okay, they did something to someone. Okay, they're trying to mess up somebody's money, their security, their safety. This person's not greedy. And they're just impulsive and confused and lying and trained to recover. Coughing. Somebody could be coughing and sneezing and that didn't come out. Okay, maybe a spiritual whore, the Scorpio side, is Virgo in reverse. Okay, ancestors are getting in reverse with them, so they could be coughing. Or a coughing spell. Somebody could be doing this nonsense. Okay, that's why they're going to jail, and the cops are watching them. These people are being surveilled. Everything that they do is being surveilled because if you reached out to the authorities, they're being surveilled. They might have been being surveilled before that. Pisces, Aries in reverse, stalking a couple. Okay, the divine is sitting on them. Sitting on them. People are so obsessed with couples that are good because they want to destroy the relationship and energy harvest. Honolulu could be significant. The Scorpio side is deceiving with this Aquarius energy. Being a spiritual whore, also a Virgo. So these could be the main culprits here. Something is going on in the dreams, and they're unconscious. But we have Chariot energy coming in to handle business. With Cancer, Capricorn, I could have released the devil and tapping into their higher power here. They're taking action and doing something and should be going to court soon. Somebody should be going to court soon to argue with these things here and get something that belongs to them. They're fighting over something that doesn't even belong to them. Yeah, they're fighting over. They're crazy. They're fighting over stuff they've never even seen or heard of, or they're just fighting over something they think they can get from someone. We have young energy here that's watching their back. While they're making decisions, you have to watch their back as well. Because this Robata universe won't stop looking for, it's like they're looking for someone to replace them or something. They're looking for someone to control or something. Shoes could be significant. Alright, collective. I'll see you in the next one.